Hello folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Legacy video, and today we are going to be playing with Tony Scapone's The Epic Gamble deck list. Now, this is kind of like a Ruby Storm deck list, and I think if you call it that, it's like not exactly inaccurate, but Ruby Medallion, the card that reduces the cost of all red cards you cast, has actually been cut from this deck list. And so it's kind of its own thing now, hence calling it the Epic Gamble. Now, Tony has been working on this deck list for quite a while, and while it maybe started out as his pet project or his pet deck, it's really starting to come into its own deck. I know Tony top 8 at a challenge in January, got a top 8 in May at the Leaving a Legacy Open, as well as a top 32 at the Pit Open. And he's been working on some content for the deck on theepicstorm.com. And there should be a sideboarding guide coming that way sometime in the not too distant future. I got a preview version of the deck list from Tony himself. So what are we trying to do? We are a Storm deck, but we're a little bit of a different sort of Storm deck. And Birgi, God of Storytelling / Harnfell, Horn of Bounty is one of the key cards of this deck list. Birgi can function as a mana engine for this deck list, meaning that every spell that you cast produces an additional mana. And when you have a whopping 16 0-drop artifacts, that means that this thing can produce a lot of mana. And the backside of this is not a joke either. Discarding a dead land card from your hand to get 2 other cards that you can play is a really powerful effect. And when you look at how few lands there actually are in this deck list, that means that you're going to be hitting off the backside of this card a good portion of the time. Now, sometimes you can't go off, and sometimes you need another turn to get some more resources, and that's what Galvanic Relay is for. It's a bridge card for when you don't quite have the kill, but you want to have the kill soon. We are very much an Echo of Eons deck. The idea being that you get something like Birgi in play, you play your Lion's Eye Diamond, you play your Echo of Eons from the graveyard by kind of like discarding it via Lion's Eye Diamond, and then you net a whole bunch of mana off your free artifact mana and off of Birgi, eventually casting a Burning Wish for a couple of different win conditions. You can Grape Shot if you want to get spicy, but most of the time, we will probably just cast a Tendrils of Agony and drain our opponent out. Although every once in a while, we might end up doing something different and just playing an Empty the Warrens and saying like, yeah, go ahead and beat this. I was goldfishing a couple of games, and I decided to start recording the deck tech once I did this. So if you look at the turn counter, this is turn 1, and just giving you a narrative of events. I cast an Empty the Warrens for 12 tokens. Then I cast Echo of Eons twice, and I will ultimately end the game with Tendrils of Agony. By the way, all of it was uncounterable because of Defense Grid. So that's what this deck is capable of. Tony tracked some data and said, you can win 20% or a little more on turn 1. You can win 20% or a little more on turn 2. So roughly half the time, we are looking to just go for it quickly. But because we have some defensive options like Defense Grid and Overmaster, we're not just an all-in combo deck where it's like, well, did you have the Force of Will? We're going to have a little more play than that. And we're just going to jump some games with this combo deck, and we're going to see how it feels. Now, a caveat here to this league is that this is going to be a deck that scales with experience, right? Like, I have experience playing Storm, right? But I do not have experience playing this exact deck list. So I am absolutely going to miss lines that someone who has played this more would see. So we're going to see how someone picking up this deck for the first time will do. Although I do have Tony's sideboard guide to help me out and kind of like get the matchup approaches as well. So that should help me out. Anyway, folks, I hope you'll enjoy this. If you're new here, consider subscribing if you like what you see. And if you're a regular, please throw me a like before this video begins. That's one of the easiest ways to support my content for free. Let's battle. Okay, where does this hand go? Lotus Petal, Rite of Flame, 2 mana, Grim Monolith, Defense Grid, get stuck. Um, this one is, like, close to doing something cool with Galvanic Relay, but doesn't innately do anything. I'm 1 mana short of that. Some portion of the time I draw another mana, and then I have, like, Birgi and Galvanic Relay lines available. I am not sure if I am supposed to just take a 6-card hand that guaranteed does something, or just risk it here. I think I'm going to try to take a 6-card hand that guaranteed does something. This is a no red source hand, which Tony just says is a mulligan. So it's going to be like this, huh? We have Echo of Eons to bail us out if we mulligan deep. Hey, this hand is gas. I will be keeping this. So the Grim Monoliths, I think, go back here. And then I hope that I can draw an artifact, turn on these Mox Opals, float some mana into an Echo. Oh, Grimmal 3. Sure. That's fine. Please don't play Volcanic Island. Okay, that's technically in line with what I asked for. However, okay, looting is fine. Looting means I probably have a turn. And if I have a turn, guess who doesn't get to bring their Grizzlebrand back from the graveyard? It's Auroch. Don't do it, Auroch. I have a family. Fuck. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. We were pretty likely to turn 1 with this hand still. Like, that's what this deck does. This deck has some degree of resiliency and a lot of speed. Unmask me. Okay, do I concede? Do I concede and hide information about what I'm playing, or do I play towards drawing exactly Lion's Eye Diamond and going off? I think I concede and hide the information. Because it's still pretty likely that my opponent, like, puts in the Archon too, and I lose another card. Alright, let's see what the guide says for Reanimator. It says, +2 Echoing Truth, +1 Void Snare, -3. Fuck, sideboarding is a minute now? God damn. I do not like that change. Okay. That is not enough time to think through sideboarding decisions. Especially if you have a giant, like, Yorion deck list. Wow, okay. That sucks. Okay, if we see silence, we go back to no sideboarding. Defense grid is our best tool against silence, and our bounce spells are not effective enough to warrant running them outside of defense grids. Sure. Go underneath them. Favorable as long as you're willing to mulligan very aggressively, especially on the draw. Okay, cool. Oh, I mean, like, we came here to play Echo of Eons, right? What do you expect me to do? Not play Echo of Eons? Alright. So this will be Chrome Mox, imprint a gamble. Which soul land do I want to play? Like, the 2 life probably doesn't matter. 2 life probably doesn't matter. I'm hoping to just win this turn. So let's just do this. Play LED. Rack for triple blue. I don't really need blue mana, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and cast this here. Alright. So I'm going to have a lot of options here. I'm going to start playing the things that I know. Well, actually, there's Gamble to think about. I can gamble for LED and just Echo again. I can gamble for Burning Wish and make goblins. What's my storm count? 4, 5, 6. Gamble 7. Burning Wish 8. Can't make black for a Tendrils kill. Let's gamble for LED and try to go again. I think I like it. Gamble. LED. Fantastic. There's Lotus Petal. There's LED. Ripple Blue. Echo again. Oh no. I might have to pass the turn with Galvanic Relay. Do Spirit Guide. Overmaster here. Burning Wish. Okay. Can make a gajillion goblins. I'm 1 red mana short. Oh no, I can't make a gajillion goblins. 3, 4, 5 mana. Oh no, I have to Galvanic Relay. Shoot! I did not have... Well, okay. Alright. I will Galvanic Relay and almost certainly win next turn. Maybe I should have just taken the Empty the Warrens line that I had the other way. Okay. With all those resolved, I have a decent amount of resources in the exile zone. See if my opponent turn ones me back. Their hand is completely random. Yeah, next turn I believe I just cast a Birgi and then vomit cards until my opponent dies. It's one of those things that I definitely could math it out ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure just works. I just have the mana in play to cast Birgi. There's at least +4 mana from the 4 free artifacts, plus additional mana from Rite of Flame. We should be more than good. Okay, there is a Grief pitching in Tomb. We'll see what my opponent wants to take here. I'm guessing it's Burning Wish. I was correct. Okay, and there's a concession. You know, they see that this is like very clearly enough for a win. I will not be changing my sideboarding. Although again, this is brutal in terms of time. Okay. What do we do with this? Lotus Petal, LED, cast Gamble, get Echo, cast Echo. That's fine. The issue is that if my opponent casts a discard spell and takes this LED, this hand does nothing, and I am not sure if I am supposed to mulligan it for that reason. Mulliganing to beat discard is, like, maybe not the best general strategy in the world. I am going to keep this hand that has a decent chance of doing a turn 1, and just kind of accept that I can lose to discard, and I can lose to my opponent just going off on turn 1. I can never really beat them going off on turn 1, which I think they know. And so I imagine my opponent mulligans into the Abyss trying to go off on turn 1. How fast can you go, opponent? Slash, how disruptive can you be? There's the Badlands. Looting is fantastic. This is what I want to see. I don't want to see them discard. Like, if they just looting, discard fatties, and pass, and my Echo of Eons ends up causing them to shuffle as well, that is such a huge win for me. There's a Sarah's Emissary. No! No! So my opponent can take any one of these 3 cards, and it disrupts what I'm doing currently. In my opinion, the Gamble is probably the best card here. Like, if you take the Lotus Petal trying to strand all of my cards in hand, and then I top deck a red source, the hand still goes off. But this hand doesn't really go off if the Gamble is taken. The Gamble's really good, which is why there's one in the sideboard that you can Burning Wish for. Gamble can also potentially represent some weird graveyard hate or something, so I can also just see my opponent taking that for that reason. Oh, by the way, in case you're not familiar with this creature, it's pretty legit. On drawing Echo. That is not Echo. How scared am I that my opponent's last card is Reanimate? Because if the answer is I'm very scared, then I play Lotus Petal into Overmaster right now and attempt to spike one of the 3 Echo of Eons. And if I don't think my opponent has it all right now, I don't do that, and I wait a turn, so that, like, if I top deck one of the other 2 remaining Gambles, I can just play that. I think I am going to play out the Lotus Petal, because I don't want that to be taken via discard. Actually, maybe that's not true. Because if my opponent plays a discard spell and takes my Lion's Eye Diamond, that's, like, a problem for a different reason. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. Like, it's a 3-outer to attempt to go off this turn. Okay. They had it. So this is not a win, to clarify. I can still kill my opponent with sorceries. This is now 1 mana away from getting a Birgi into play. I can work with this. I think I'm going to cycle my Overmaster this turn. Let's imprint one of these two under this. I'm not sure which one. I think if I loop through my deck again, I still want the Burning Wishes in there. So let's put a Relay under there. Play Overmaster. That's an Ancient Tomb. So next turn I can play... Next turn I can play Birgi off this. Go like mana. Yeah, that's pretty good. Do I wait a turn or do I give up the Lotus Petal? I don't think I give up the Lotus Petal. My Storm count matters. I think I wait. It's awkward if discard takes it. But I don't want to give up this Lotus Petal because I really want easy access to black, and there's some worlds where I use LED for Echo mana. This is fine. Petal's fine. Okay. So first I need to just check and see if there is a Tendrils line that just kills my opponent, because my Storm doesn't need to be very high. Grim Monolith plus Lotus Petal will give me 3, 4, 5 mana. LED gives me 8 mana. The Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a small Tendrils. Can I get Birgi involved? Birgi, 3 mana. Then add +2 mana. There's really 3 total mana. Grim Monolith. Birgi. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, Grim Monolith. Cast Birgi. Cast Lotus Petal. Yield to that. Cast LED. Cast Burning Wish. Holding priority. Tracking for black mana. Alright, there's my black mana. Yes, use this ability. That got very small. That's annoying. And cast a Tendrils. Alright, there we go. That'll do. So that got playing the Grim Monolith before got me that 1 extra Storm count that I needed that I didn't have with the other line. Okay. A little slow on my end to do that, but we did win the match. Cool. Okay. This hand has protection, but I can't actually echo, right? On turn 1 defense grid, turn 2 I have 3 mana, 4 mana imprinting and echo, 5 mana with Spirit Guide. This could set up for a turn 2 echo with protection. I'm either playing against like Death and Taxes or some blue deck of some kind. I'm on the play. I think I'm just gonna mulligan this hand and try to put my opponent to the test. This is not making red mana. So this hand, it has to be a mulligan. Oh, this just turn 1s, right? Keep. Go like bulk, LED, gamble. Gamble for echo. Yeah, let's fucking go. If I get stopped, I think I want this next land, I think. So let's throw those back. Alright, here we go. Bulk. Hey, we're Delver. We're not Delver. Alright, we'll play our second LED. Oh, I like that. So this is a gamble, and we don't want to crack now. I cast Echo, or sorry, I get Echo. It just goes into the correct zone innately here. We're going to make some blue mana, and we're going to make some red mana, and then I'm going to cast an Echo. I'll use all my blue. Nice! I can get back up to 3 mana if I play a Birgi, right? Yes, easily. Relay fine? Relay seems fine. Cast Birgi. Nice. Let's yield to Birgi here. There's this. Could play the Horn, but I think I'm just going to Relay. I think I'm playing against Death and Taxes, so I'm not expecting anything that I actually care about to happen here. Keep the Lotus Petal for next turn, question mark, or just play Defense Grid. Play the Defense Grid. Alright, Birgi makes me an extra mana. Alright, there is a very large Galvanic Relay. Let's see what billion things went to exile there. Got a Wish and a Burning Wish. Pretty respectable amount of mana. Birgi can eat a Swords to Plowshares. Oh, we are playing against a deck with blue spells in it. Wild. Yeah, okay. But now I just get to go off. Okay, my cards got small again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very easy goblin lines available. I don't really have card draw available here. I have echo lines available too. All right, I'm gonna start casting spells. All right, there's a Rite of Flame, Mox Opal, LED, 2, 3, 4, 5, a billion mana after echoes. And maybe I just echo now and leave some of this stuff in graveyard. Cast a Burning Wish. Actually, if I'm getting echo, I don't want to hold priority. Want to get this. Then I'll crack for blue and red. Cast echo. Holy shit, that was a bad echo. Actually, it just builds my storm count. Maybe that's not a bad echo. Yeah, actually, that should be fine. Yeah. This Chrome Mox can happen now. Imprint, the Shatter Skull smashing, yeah. Now I'm at the point where I can just Burning Wish for Tendrils and be fine. Yeah, there's Burning Wish. Yes, I'll use this ability. Tendrils. Now make these smaller. Opponent's tapped out, and I have Defense Grid in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tendrils. Okay, yeah, that was a turn 2 with protection. I don't know what deck my opponent is playing. My current guess is Cephalid Breakfast. Oh, fuck, I need to fucking sideboard because I have a fucking minute. Fuck. Tony, Cephalid Breakfast. Pre-boarded. Thank you, Tony. By the way, I don't remember if I said something. I got a green screen. It's not set up yet. In process of figuring that out. Probably need to adjust some lighting and whatnot, but that will probably happen sometime soon. I mean, like, it will happen sometime soon. It's just a question of, like, how many videos am I recording before I get that set up. This is turn 1 echo. I'll keep this. Also, like, I could be wrong. This might not be Cephalid Breakfast, but, like, my opponent F6'd my turns when they were tapped out. Feels Cephalid Breakfasty. There's no, like, protection spell I can Burning Wish for, right? Like, that's not a thing. It's not a thing. I can Burning Wish for another Echo, though. That's a thing. That's kind of cute. Alright, Lotus Petal. Volcanic Island. It even, like, oh man, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. So there's first LED. There's second LED. Now I'm going to cast this Burning Wish. And we'll see if my opponent wants to counter it. They presumably need to counter it because this represents Echo. And then if they counter it, it'll be like, oh no, what's that? A second Echo of Eons in the shadow of the first. Okay, and they didn't counter it. So here's my Echo of Eons. I have 2 of them. I think I just cast the first one without cracking the other LED. I'm not sure, though. Here's my attempt. There is the Force of Will. Here is my other attempt. Hey, oh, we're stuck. This will be passing the turn. My opponent pitched a Teferi. So we're actually probably playing against some sort of, like, Bant deck of some kind. In which case, we're probably not sideboarded correctly. Ah, Bant. Pre-boarded. This is a very good matchup. Great. I suppose there's other decks this could be. Like, Displacer Kitten decks have been showing up a decent amount on Magic Online as people experiment with those. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, an opponent playing this on their own turn to not add to our storm count. At this point, I'm going to, I think, slow down a little bit. Go ahead and do this, pay the 3 life, and play the defense grid. Okay, which has resolved. And then we'll hope to just do cool things with Birgi in the not too distant future. Can't do a lot immediately. Oh, that's a collector oof. Okay. That gets a Birgi into play. Is there a world where I, like, grape shot that out of play? I don't need to do it now, if so. Backside of this is an artifact, right? Yeah. Let's put a Birgi into play. And I think I'm just going to cycle these Overmasters and get a better feel for what actually is in my hand. That's not mana. Can't forget that's not mana. Overmaster again. Like, it's just free to cycle these. Okay. So I can do some sort of Burning Wish Grape Shot line to take Collector Oof out of play, and then play a Harnfell, and like discard the Chrome Moxen that aren't particularly good to try to finish going off. All right, Swords to Plowshares takes out Birgi. My plan will still probably roughly stay the same. Yeah, my plan roughly stays the same here. All right, I cast Burning Wish. Yes, I will use this ability. Grab Grape Shot. We'll play out one piece of Artifact mana. Lotus Petal here. Actually, I did that wrong. I should have played Rite of Flame because Lotus Petal isn't on yet. All right, there's Rite of Flame. I'll Grape Shot the Ice Fang Coatl. Hang my 1. I'll go Collector Oof. I'll go Collector Oof. And I'll send 1 at Dome. And I'll call that a turn. And then next turn, I'll play Harnfell, discard these Chrome Moxen, and go from there. So it looks like I'm resource light, but assuming I get the back end of this actually going without it getting countered, this is going to turn into a lot of gas, and all it takes is like one Galvanic Relay sort of card for me to like probably put this game into the situation that my opponent can't come back from it. For sure. All fine. It's all fine until my opponent does something like cast an Aloran or something that just kills me instantly. All right, there's a Tundra. Yeah, Uro is fine. I do not care about this extra 3 life. And my opponent tapping out is just fantastic for me. All right, Arnfell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now the question here is, like, do I try to go off this turn? I don't know. Like, I can have 4 more mana, and it's so much easier to go off next turn. But I have a window right now. I'm gonna try it. Gamble. Gamble's super interesting. Okay. Guard Chromot. Lion's Eye Diamond and Gamble? Hell yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Cast Gamble. Get Echo. 3 blue mana. Cast Echo, which notably also shuffles that Uro out. Okay, I assume I just win from me here. If my mana works out. I get that Birgi into play and then do cool things. So I have 2, 3, 4 mana. Kind of. Oh, I also just have fucking Harnfell. What am I thinking? This is like not anywhere near as hard as I think it is. Let's just Harnfell, discard the Grim Monolith. There's another Chrome Mox. Harnfell, discard Overmaster. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting to like the storm count that I really need. Harnfell, discard Chrome Mox. There's another Lotus Petal. Play Ancient Tomb. Yeah. Grim Monolith. Play LED. There's a Rite of Flame. Tap this for mana. Burning Wish. Holding priority. Racking 4 black. Yes. Tendrils. Tendrils target you. That is another match win. We are 2-0. Okay, I'm on the play. Ancient Tomb, Grim Monolith. That gives me 3 mana. The Grim Monolith is really like a +1. 1 floating, cast a second Grim Monolith, have 4 colorless mana. 4 colorless mana plus 2 red mana is just the 6 mana I need to Burning Wish for goblins. Let's double check that. 2 mana, 3 mana, 1 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana. Gobos. This is going to be a Force of Will check hand, though, where if my opponent has a Force, like, hand doesn't look so great. Opponent is going to 4. We might be playing against something like Reanimator. Or oops, all spells. Something absolutely degenerate. Alright, here we go. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. 3 mana. Grim Monolith. Mox Opal is now on due to Metalcraft. There's 4 mana. Turn that into 5 mana. Cast Burning Wish. Yes. Empty the Warrens. I have exactly enough mana to cast. And that's just 10 goblins on turn 1. That is a pretty good test to put someone to. We would prefer that our opponent be dead, but like when we can't outright kill our opponent, this is pretty respectable. Oh, we're playing against Affinity? Oh, we are playing against another combo deck. Like, my opponent might be echoing this turn. Ooh, my opponent is echoing this turn. All right, we are off to the races. Do your broken thing, opponent. Let's see if I can beat a bunch of goblins. Also, let's see if it just, like, enables me to go off again. I, like, very well might attack for 10 damage and then just grape shot my opponent for a kill. Like, that's somewhat likely here. Okay, hold on now. This could get weird. It's weird if opponent has another Lion's Eye Diamond, and then they play Ensnaring Bridge off of Karn. Okay, there's another... Oh, that's an Echo. Okay. That's Ensnaring Bridge. Now, opponent has 2 cards in hand. I have no red mana. All this artifact mana is off. I can't cast Gamble, I can't cast Wish. I have to kill the Karn, or Karn can wish for LED, causing my opponent to go Hellbent. I think this turn looks like... Oh shit, I just kill Karn and then I kill my opponent, don't I? Or very close to it. Alright. That Karn. That Karn. That Karn. Then the rest at my opponent. Yeah? Alright. Opponent goes to 13. I just echo right back. So this is 2 mana, 3 mana, then be able to cast Wish. Or I have Gamble-based lines as well. I guess I can always cast Grim Monolith. That's always fine. Grape Shot's not quite lethal. I don't know that I want to give my opponent extra cards, though, is kind of the thing. Actually, it's weird because Ensnaring Bridge, though, right? There's LED. Oh, wait, do I just have a Tendrils line? I probably just have a Tendrils line. Cast Chrome Mox. Imprint Gamble. Cast Chrome Mox with no imprint. Yeah. Cast Wish. Holding priority. And we'll make a bunch of black mana. Grab the Tendrils. Use target player. Pay for the Tendrils. That is a turn 2. Very nice. Looking at the notes for 8 cast here. This is similar to pre-boarded on the draw. On the play, I'm supposed to go on the Empty the Warrens plan. Okay. How does this do as a Harnfell hand? 1, 2, 3 mana. 1, 2, 3 mana. 4 mana. Harnfell with 3 cards in hand. This might be good enough to keep. It's very awkward if this card gets countered. And this will be non-deterministic. But I think I'm just going to keep it. Urza Saga is fine. I really feel like this card's about to get countered. I think I just accept that. All right, there's my Rite of Flame, bringing me up to 4 mana. Oh, fuck, Harnfell's 5. Oh, fuck, I fucked that up. Fucked that up. Supposed to do some Mox Opal shenanigans instead. I regret this keep now. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, there is the counter magic. I used one more piece of resource than I had to. And I'm not sure if I play those out because my opponent can echo, or if I hold them in hand because, like, my Birgi and Stormlines and stuff, like, require me to have resources. Alright. Play a tapped land here. And try not to get beaten to death by Urza Saga construct tokens, but that is going to be a little tough. I don't know what my opponent is going to get off their Urza Saga. Like, maybe just Pithing Needle for Harnfell. They can also just get a Shadow Spear and whack me with a couple of these and try to put me out of... Oh, it's an Opal. They needed the blue mana. Sure, that's reasonable. I'll take 3. Ooh. Let's just play that. This might be good enough to bait a counter spell here. And it was... Oh, okay, so they've got Narset. So they are actually like the full-on like Hull Breacher, Days Undoing, Narset combo deck. But not like the like Jeskai control version, an artifact-based version. Alright. Opponent's up to no good. Okay. The opponent is just building Storm here, or otherwise getting more artifacts into play for these construct tokens. See what this turn looks like. Oh. Yeah, sure. So this whacks me for 10, so I'm just dead next turn. I don't think I have any winning lines that don't involve Echo. Does a Tendrils kill? Can I cast Tendrils? From Mox, no imprint. Mox Opal, LED. Alright, well, I should just start casting cards and figure it out as I go, right? Because, like, I am deterministically dead next turn, so I am just always playing out all of these cards. Alright, so this is my mana for my Wish, and then I have 4 mana. Storm goes up to 4. I'm 2 short of killing my opponent. This is different from Burning Wish. It doesn't put it into my hand. I can just play the card. I do have to pay its mana cost. I have 4 mana to work with. I could Shattering Spree. I can also empty the Warrens with some blockers and buy a couple turns. Might be Shattering Spree time. Alright, cast a Wish. Do need to float mana before cracking LED. Alright. There's a bunch of red. Click on Shattering Spree. Use this left construct. I can replicate 4 times. Shattering Spree. Target this. Oh, I haven't paid my initial mana yet, so I replicate 3 times. Alright, cool. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. And we're both essentially left with an empty tank. My opponent has access to no blue mana. We're gonna top deck back and forth and see who draws something scary first. That's all this game is right now. I think I'm favored in this position, but it's a little hard to say because my opponent can just do something like Urza Saga. What does Gamble do in this position? Nothing exactly? Nothing quite yet. It's a fine draw. I kind of need something else to go with it, like a Lion's Eye Diamond, maybe? Like drawing a Lion's Eye Diamond could mean that I could Echo. Yeah, I think I'm still chilling. I'd just gamble for something like a Birgi. Just, like, put Birgi into play and try to hit my opponent with it 4 times. That's not crazy. I don't think that's better than trying to kill my opponent in 1 turn, though. Like, I don't think I get 4 turns before my opponent finds a way to do what will be 1 point of damage to me. Shit. Okay. How bad? How bad is it? Urza? Narset. Sure. So this is bad if my opponent finds an Echo. Or a Days Undoing. Okay. I cast Rite of Flame, I have 2 mana. I cast Rite of Flame, 4 red mana. Can I actually just, like, do a true... Okay, I think I have a true Gamble baseline, right? I cast Rite of Flame. I cast a Gamble. I get Burning Wish. Wanted that other Rite of Flame. Maybe I was supposed to take the 50% chance. Shit. Yeah, I guess if this was the card I wanted to discard, I should have cast the other Rite of Flame and gone for the 50%. Or no, this still works. I still have Ancient Tomb mana. It's fine. Okay. Cast Burning Wish. Yes, I will use this ability. I will get Grape Shot. Well, Grape Shot. Targeting Narset. There's 1 copies, 2 copies, 3 copies, and 1 at my opponent's face. This is at Narset. This is at Narset. This is at Narset. This is at my opponent. Narset. 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 Thought I had clicked on all of these things the appropriate number of times. Or do I just have to hit same targets there? Okay. Opponent goes to 9. Narset's dead. I've got a Gamble left over. Opponent has a Days Undoing. I can't tap Ancient Tomb anymore. Game has gotten weird. I also don't know if my opponent can... Yeah, I don't know if they can cast that Days Undoing. Gamble for LED? Probably just do it now. Every turn that I wait is a turn that my opponent can draw something scary. Lion's Eye Diamond. Nice. Cast it. I'm going to get a red here while I still have Metalcraft. Blue, blue, blue. Cast Echo using all of my blue. No! Oh, okay, they're floating mana in case they have to hardcast a Force of Will. Never mind, never mind. Okay, I can probably get a Grape Shot kill here. Alright, there's an LED. Here's a Rite of Flame. Very awkward if this gets countered. I have to Echo again. Ooh, it did. Okay. I think I just have to Echo again, because otherwise I pass the turn while my opponent has 6 cards in hand. YOLO! Echo? Fuck yeah. Okay. So I think I am now good, assuming stuff actually resolves. Alright, there's a Rite of Flame. Blue Elemental Blast. So this is not mana. So I have 1, 2, cast Burning Wish with 3 available mana. My shit, my whatchamacallit is in my sideboard, is in my main deck right now. I can do a Galvanic Relay and pass the turn, or I can just try to keep going with Echo again. There are also gamble-based lines. Alright, Mox Opal. Keep this one. From Mox. Imprint the gamble. And I wish if I would have played the City of Traders, I would have had the win here. But I didn't. And I think it was correct not to. I think most of the time I hit a land. Alright. There's an Echo. Triple blue. We Echo again. I don't have a starting red mana. I can play out some stuff. I don't have a kill here. Damn. Do I play out stuff, or do I just keep it for next turn for Storm Count? I think I keep it next turn for Storm Count. Damn, okay. That was a roller coaster of a turn cycle. Yeah, if I didn't have to do the Desperation Grape Shot play earlier to clear creatures off the board, I also had the win that way. Okay, I have no starting red mana here. Or no, I do. Alright, can I make some gobos? I don't have 2 red mana. I can't use LED. Really, do I just cast... Straight up just cast that wish? Straight up cast the wish and get... Yeah. Let's cast this and see if it resolves. Oh shit, it's this turn. This isn't a Burning Wish. Fuck. Please get countered. This is a bait spell. This is a bait spell. Yes! Expertly played. Alright, I will not pay for that. Situation not good. Also, I'm very low on clock. I've spent so much time thinking about lines. I'm just dead here, right? Just Karn minus Mycosynth Lattice. Derp, 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 derp. Yeah. Oh, not dead. It's just a liquid metal coating. Admittedly, I still think I lose to that, but I don't lose on the spot. Yep. So I can play out a Grim Monolith for later, but I'm dead on my next turn, and my opponent gets to destroy my Shatter Skull here with liquid metal coating and then kill me with the Construct token. Yeah. That's pretty good. That'll do. Go ahead and kill myself there. I like the defense grids and Overmasters. I'm probably kind of like pre-sideboarded here. I can think about playing some like Echoing Truth or Empty the Warrens. Like Empty the Warrens on the play is pretty legit. God, having only 1 minute to think about these things is so pressuring, because like I have to make very drastic swaps if I make these changes. I think I'm just gonna resubmit and just try to go fast and see how it works. Maybe I'm supposed to just play goblins. This is a turn 1 relay hand. Probably fine. I'll keep it. And like turn 2, I try to play defense grid and go off proper. Yeah. Pay 3 life. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Ox Opal. 1, 2, 3. Galvanic Relay. And we'll just see how good this Galvanic Relay is. Not bad. I don't know that it's a kill as things stand now, but it's not bad. Sure, that's fine. Yep. Targeting me. Next turn might end up being a setup turn in a lot of cases. Sure. A Mox Opal. So, I'm always doing this. I think I need to lay out Defense Grid to turn on Mox Opal here. And this prompts a counter spell if my opponent has one. They do. I can just Burning Wish for something to set up for later. Or I can try to gamble. I can gamble for Lotus Petal. And then if I discard Mox Opal, I can Galvanic Relay again. That has a 66% failure rate. It might just be better to slow things down, just Burning Wish for an empty or something, and go from there. Actually, what happens if I discard the Galvanic Relay and I get Lotus Petal? Or no, sorry, the Lotus Petal line isn't... Actually, let's do that Lotus Petal line. All right, gamble. Is there a world where it's LED instead? Because Burning Wish, I just keep the LED and then I Burning Wish. I get LED, I'll have 3, 4, 5 mana. Yeah, actually, let's get LED. Great to discard. Okay. I can do it again, though. Alright, gamble. Get LED. Oh, now that I don't have Metalcraft anymore. Shit. I can play LED, Burning Wish, 1 floating. That doesn't get me anywhere. I think I'm just going to hold here and try to turn Galvanic Relay into something. Possible I had better lines there. Okay, opponent's got an Urza Saga. Hopefully not more counter magic. 4 mana. Fuck. This guy's so good. I'm gonna have trouble winning here. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble winning through that. Alright, Monolith. Pass. And try to set up some sort of Galvanic Relay thing a few turns down the line. Maybe I should have just emptied when I was on the play. I just hate that I have 1 minute to think about sideboarding, because like I wanted to play goblins, but I didn't really have the time to think about how to configure my deck to do it. Oh, LED is a sick draw. They just grab Lattice if they have it. They didn't play it the other game, but maybe they were just playing around me doing 1 damage to them in response. Alright, they've locked me out of casting spells. I'll go ahead and concede here. GG's. Okay, round 4. This doesn't have a true red mana source. I can play, not get anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan this hand. What does this one do? This one has some cool lines available to it. I'm gonna keep this and I think pitch the Overmaster. Like I have Gamble for Echo of Eons available to me from very early on. So that's fine. But my opponent is playing. Oh! Oh! Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Birgi is bait, LED Echo. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty dope. Now, there is a world where my Echo just gets countered. Can I do anything about that? Aww. Aww. Fuck. No. I won't pay. This isn't the end yet, though. I get to gamble for LED again. So, cast Gamble. Look for LED. Hopefully don't discard LED. Nice. LED. Let's just always yield to you, Birgi. I know what's up with that. Alright. Crack for triple blue. Ask the Echo. Okay, now what? I can gamble for an LED to keep going. I can also just, like, gamble for Burning Wish, make a bunch of goblins, and that's probably good enough. Let's cast Gamble now. It's awkward if this doesn't resolve, but I want to use the Overmaster prior to the Burning Wish. Right, there's Burning Wish. a Rite of Flame. All right, let's just make some more mana here. Chromox, Imprint Echo. There's a Grim Monolith. There's Overmaster. Draw me a card. And make this Burning Wish uncounterable. This is next instant or sorcery. That's fine. This doesn't use up my Overmaster, so to speak. There's Burning Wish, which is uncounterable. Yes, I will use this ability. And Empty the Warren seems totally fine. I don't think I need to Galvanic Relay. Okay, yep, my turn 1 Empty the Warrens for a billion goblins is pretty good. Yeah, 30 goblins and a Birgi in play. Legit. Okay, so what did... No, I literally don't have time to fucking think about what my opponent is playing. I just need to start sideboarding. Delver. Plus Empty the Warrens. Minus Gambles and Wish. That's the plan for Blue-Red Delver. I imagine the plan for other Delver decks is the same. Holy fuck, this 1 minute Magic Online timer is awful. Like, if I did not have a sideboard guide written out for me, I would not have time to sideboard. And I barely have time to sideboard even with that. This does not turn on Mox Opal, so I don't actually have any real mana here. This is just going to be a mulligan. This does not... Well, yes, if I throw back Chrome Mox, it does. I don't feel like this hand goes anywhere. I'm going to mulligan it. I play an Empty the Warrens on 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite, but close. I think I just keep this. Get rid of Chrome Mox. And just work towards a turn where I play a decently sized Empty the Warrens. There are better hands than this. I think this is just good enough. I mean, this can attempt Burning Wish Echo. I don't think I'm going to do that on the draw, where, like, my opponent has kept a hand. But, like, let the record show it can attempt it. I just think it's better to wait. It's also possible it's not correct to even play out this land because of Wasteland. Another one of those. Yeah, we'll chill. I'm gonna try to have some patience here. Did my opponent fetch? No fetches end of turn or anything. Okay. I start getting nervous when my opponent doesn't play anything for a few turns like this. All right. Sure. What are we looking at? Ledger Shredder. Yeah, that thing's gonna get bigger. I'm not to the point where I have to discard yet. I'm kind of hoping to do multiple threatening things in one turn. F. Okay, so opponent is not exactly Delver, but they are definitely Delver adjacent. I still don't think I go for it here. Like, I'm still just losing to all the same stuff. A discard. I'm going to discard an Empty. It gets, like, very awkward if my opponent surgicals that, since I have another one in hand. But easier for me to get to Galvanic Relay than it is for me to get to Empty. That is respectable. I think I just play this out and pass. Like, I can try to jam the defense grid this turn, but I'm just, like, not playing around anything. If I can turn on this Mox Opal with Metalcraft, or if I can otherwise, like, draw a Soul Land or something. Yeah. Alright. Exile Spirit Guide, cast Rite of Flame. Get something out of their hand with a defense grid. I get to grow their bird in the process. Okay, Lightning Bolt. Imagine this gets countered, yeah. And then I'm just chilling again. This is one of those times where, like, I think the game is over. But it's going to take a few turns to actually get to that. That's great. I'm going to take another hit or two. Because I'd like to, like, cast a Burning Wish that's threatening, have that Burning Wish get countered, and then, like, try to cast Echo and do something meaningful with it. Okay, something else is coming. Are we going to see an Expressive Iteration? Oh, no, it's worse. Okay, so I'm going for it next turn at this point. I take 4 this turn, going to 11, and then I am dead on board next turn after that. All right. I cast LED. My opponent dazes. I can Simian Spirit Guide. They did not. I cast this for Storm. This Mox Opal. Exile that for mana. Ripple Blue. Cast Echo. 100% gets countered. 100%, yeah. And I will concede there. Okay. This does not have enough mana to do anything. I will mulligan it. Does this empty on turn 1? Ancient Tomb, Mox Opal, LED, LED, LED. That is 3 mana. Board's empty. I have it turn 2. I have it turn 2 with Overmaster if I draw a red source. Actually, I don't care about Overmaster. So I would throw back Overmaster with this hand. Play out Ancient Tomb Pass to be better against Wasteland happening. And then go Opal, LED, LED, empty on turn 2. I think I'll keep that. I have faster hands, but this one plays around Wasteland pretty well. No. Yeah. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Mox Opal. Lotus Petal. LED. LED. Empty. And this empties with 2 LEDs sitting on the board as backup. Okay, yeah. 2-turn clock. Don't electrickery me. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, that is an immediate concession. And we are 3-1. And the one we lost was a nail biter as well. Deck feels great. Alright, final round. This looks like a lot of mana. I think this looks like a keep. I guess I need to math it out. So Mox Opal doesn't do anything. So this is 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, Burning Wish, Gobos. Fuck yeah. And I'm on the play. Alright, Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Exile Spirit Guide, Rite of Flame, Rite of Flame, Mox Opal, Burning Wish. Held priority out of habit. Didn't actually need to do that. Yes. Yep. Empty the Warrens. Cast Empty the Warrens. Just a couple goblin friends hanging out, doing crime, and ready to reduce your life total to 0. This is hard for a fair deck or a control deck to beat. Uh-oh. Okay. That's fine. It's probably fine. Unless it's not. Might be playing against another Storm deck. So in case you're not familiar with this line, sometimes in a Storm deck, you play Lotus Petal, then Brainstorm, if you want to be able to fetch on turn 1 and clear away. So that's why opponent didn't just Scalding Tarn, crack, play Brainstorm afterwards. Oh fuck, are they going off? Don't do it. So my opponent has hemorrhaged resources in order to attempt to set up. I'll attack you for 12. Ad nauseum based lines become bad here. See what my opponent can do. Okay. Cool. Ant, pre-boarded. What does it say for TES? TES, defense grids come out, Echoing Tree, then Shadowy Spree comes in. What land did my opponent play? Very glad that I have time to think about these decisions, by the way. Oh, it doesn't say in the log what they fetched with Scalding Tarn. Cool. No boarding then. Does this turn 1? 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, Burning Wish, Goblins. Yes, it turns 1s. See what my opponent has over there? Not enough. Not enough is the answer. They have a random draw step stop set here. I'm going to assume is nothing rather than something. Alright. Then let's play out some stuff. Also, if this works out that I can just tendrils, that would be cool. I haven't done my math yet for that. Red mana, there's Rite of Flame. No, I can't. Tendrils. This is 5, this will be 6. Here is my Burning Wish. Ooh, Force of Will, pitching Daze. Well, was not expecting that. Are you playing against like a Doomsday variant or something? Whatever. I'll beat you to death with Spirit Guide. I have no shame. Let's go. Oh. It is Sneak and Show instead. Okay, there's a Ponder. Sorry, I am trying to find Show and Tell in this sideboard guide ahead of time so that if we go to the next game, I know how to sideboard. I assume this is a we're pre-boarded scenario, not in the guide. Oh no, yeah, sideboarded, pre-boarded. Feels like Doomsday, except they don't have discard spells. Sure. All right. Wing a Simian Spirit Guide sideways. Hit you. They're at 14 from Ancient Tomb already, just for what it's worth. All right. There's opponent's combo. Not going to put in Lotus Petal. Ooh, that is a little bit of a dangerous draw 7. I might need to pass the turn here. All right, Spirit Guide doesn't get to attack anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Void Snare is a bounce spell. Gamble for Burning Wish, discard Lotus Petal. Okay. 50% failure rate here on getting that thing out of play. All right, opponent is taking the draw 7 in response. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's see if this resolves. Burning Wish, 50% fail rate. Such is life. I'm going to eat 7 here. More importantly, my opponent is going to gain 7 and have 7 more looks for a counterspell for whatever I top deck. Okay. They're going deeper, which does not bode well for me. Okay. Sure. And this presumably means that they have another Show and Tell, and they'll just like Show and Tell Omniscience and get me dead. Yep, Show and Tell Omniscience. Emrakul for the win. I'm ready to concede. Emrakul for the win. I will concede. And we have like defense grids and overmasters, and we also know what we are playing against now. So let's just submit as is. This does not turn on Metalcraft. Going to have to be a mulligan. This does not turn on Metalcraft. I have no red mana here. This is going to have to be a mulligan, which is a shame, because otherwise it looks pretty good. This has no mana sources. Uh-oh. Like, we still have LED Echo lines that are very good on a limited card count. So I have to mulligan again. This is a 4-card hand. It's not great. I could keep these 4 and just play a turn 1 Birgi. Try to whack my opponent to death with it. I might be just going deeper at this point and trying to hit an Echo hand. Like, Birgi Pass doesn't seem to do it for me. I could Birgi keeping, like, I could, like, not play Chrome Mox. And I could keep these 4 and play Birgi on turn 2 with, like, the hope of maybe doing something with Wish on turn 3. I don't innately do anything that kills on turn 3 here. I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and try to find an Echo LED hand. This does it, right? Well, sometimes it does it more accurately, right? This is 50% chance of going off on turn 1. Keep. Well, I'd probably do it with Shatterskull Smashing. Keep Shatterskull Smashing, gamble, Echo. 50% of the time I go off on turn 1. That's pretty good for a 3-card hand. And I think I am just going to YOLO it here and hope they don't have Force of Will. Actually, hold on. It's just better to do Lotus Petal, right? It adds 1 to the storm count, and then I can play a land post. Post Echo. Assuming it works. It's worse if it doesn't work, but I think if it doesn't work, I'm just dead. So, YOLO. LED. Alright, we hit the 50% fail rate. I have 0 permanence in play. Alright. Such is life. That's okay. I don't really regret it. Like, at some point, you hit the fail rate of your deck, right? And I think a 50% chance of trying to win on turn 1 is better than what I get by trying to stretch that game out. We'll just see if my opponent goes off here. Oh, neat. Aggressive iteration, Show and Tell. The Scalding turn, they get to hit their land drop. They are very, very safe to just bide their time for a little while. Although, they don't know how safe they are, I suppose, so we'll see. Like, they can just combo up whenever. Like, I can't do anything to stop them. All right. I mean, that's good. I get another attempt as soon as I draw a red source. But, like, if opponent has 8 cards and they're not comboing off, I'm very dead. Yeah. Cool. Lot of draw go. On it straight up just discarding. Nice. Okay. So now I get to attempt to do stuff. Cormox can get rid of Birgi here, I suppose. I'm going to cast this Gamble, operating under the assumption that this is about to get dazed. Nope, okay. Grab Lion's Eye Diamond. Nice. I will play some cards, and now I can float a red mana when I attempt to Echo. Alright, there is a daze, that's fine. But I think I just have to be playing cards here. My opponent is absolutely going to just kill me at some point, or just like fucking hardcast an Omniscience. Burning Wish innately doesn't do anything here. Gonna pass the turn. Got 2 LEDs in Graveyard, which is not great for me. What is going on over there? Straight up going to just cycle this. Okay. Lotus Petal turns on Mox Opal. 2 mana, 3 mana, Burning Wish, 1 mana floating. That doesn't do anything. Okay, opponent found a cantrip. That's no shuffle. Okay, there's a new land drop. Notably not a shuffle for the purposes of Brainstorm. Okay, just chilling. Alright, Lotus Petal. Mox Opal is now on. I'm going to go ahead and exile my Spirit Guide to cast Birgi. This lets me keep Lotus Petal in play. And then maybe I can do something cool in some circumstances sometimes. I don't know, like... Is hardcast your Omniscience already? Yeah, straight up. Straight up, that is what's happening. Yep, okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Like, opponent had to have something in hand, right? Like, they were just missing one thing there. So we end up with a 3-2 in this league. Overall thoughts on the deck list. That is not the deck list. There's the deck list. Overall thoughts on the deck list. Very good. Very happy with this deck. This is a deck that I think will scale well with experience. This feels absolutely tournament viable. Like I 3-2'd with this. Like we kind of just flopped over and died the last round. Like that happens sometimes. But like that, what was that? The third round that I lost. Like we fought through a lot of stuff, and I think I was I don't remember if it was a single mana or a single life off from a kill. And like one of the only reasons we couldn't put together was a kill is that we had to do a couple of desperation plays to stay alive. I like this deck. Not the biggest fan of Wish in particular. I get that it's here as the 5th copy of Burning Wish. This feels like one of the weaker slots to me, but like this is still probably good enough to be in the deck. It's just a shame that like the wording here being different means that it can't set up some of the Lion's Eye Diamond Echo of Eon lines. I think that's fine. As far as the sideboard goes, I liked the things that I had access to. Numbers feel pretty smooth. This one gets a thumbs up from me. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button. Helps out a lot. And if you're new here and you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing to support my content. Have a great rest of the day. See ya!